Welcome, everybody, to episode 21 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your four co-hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, we got Wenzel.
Hey.
We got Cody.
Oh.
I'm here.
I said we got Cody, and I pointed to Colt. And we got Colt.
I'm cold.
Thanks. And today, we have done the unthinkable, and by the unthinkable, I mean we've done the thinkable. And we tried 10 common table hot sauces, ranked them using very... What's the word? Sophisticated? I was about to say specificated. I'm like, that's wrong. Sophisticated.
A number between 1 and 10.
Very, very high.
And
10s
averaged
and
it out.
X. And averaged it out thanks to Google Sheets. Shout out.
Spoiler, hottest sauce was ketchup.
Spoiler, we stole them off the tables in multiple restaurants.
It's taken weeks to put this together, but we found out.
Actually, fun fact, all these hot sauces that we're going to eat,
You can get them from your local Walmart.
we got them all from one
is a
Walmart, and it cost $20
Oh,
Yeah, that's
for
good. Yeah, it's not bad at
all the hot sauces together. So, but first,
Oh, I thought you were going to... Okay. But first, Cody has made his own hot sauces. I'm going to let Cody intro them because I know nothing about them, haven't tasted them. Cody's the only one that's tasted them. We're going to do a live taste test
and
of
I will
Cody's
narrate.
two hot sauces.
Now,
Cody's going to eat them too.
he's holding the bottle.
these I should make this. This is not for sale anywhere. This is just stuff. This is me playing around.
But if you want a bottle, send us $300 PayPal.
Wait, shake it up right next to the mic.
It could be
That's
pee.
good.
It could be hot sauce.
What is it?
I pissed in this bottle.
And dyed it orange red.
That's not dye.
This is actually a natural color. So I made these. I think we talked about it on the food podcast.
Saying that
whenever
his pee is
the
that
tornado
bad.
came through.
Yeah.
Uh,
About making our own hot
right.
sauces.
I used. I'll just say there's a mix between Ghost and Carolina Reapers.
Yes.
Together, there's over 30 peppers in the sauce, and I made 2 different batches. The first batch was a straight from batch to bottle mix, and I aged it, I should say.
What's the name of that sauce?
That is the death sauce that I named it because it replicates death.
You die once you eat.
Yeah, the podcast just goes quiet.
And the other hot sauce is a vinegar-based hot sauce where I took the pulp from the first hot sauce, put a shit ton of white vinegar into my bucket that I used to ferment the sauce. I let it sit for a few days and then distilled that down and got a nice vinegar hot sauce, which is much runnier, has a tangier and kind of sweet flavor. And we're actually going to taste these on the podcast because they are very, very hot. So we've never done a taste test on the podcast before.
Well, besides those nuts.
Oh, yeah, we did use those nuts.
We ate those nuts.
Those nuts.
Episodes
Could go badly because Colt is very sensitive to hot stuff, and this shit's hot.
I don't think it's unfair to say that I'm probably the most unsensitive to heat. I think I can handle the heat
That's
the
fair.
best.
Yeah, that's fair.
But kind of scared.
I'm scared.
You're
scared? I'm scared, man.
I eat Carolina Reaper jelly a lot, and I'm a little scared just because I don't know how crazy Cody went with it.
It is and I'll tell you my ingredients. I had. Let me see here. I had again a mix between a mix of 30 peppers of basically half Carolina Reaper, half ghost peppers, salt, a bulb of garlic, and Szechuan peppercorn, which is really neat stuff. And you can kind of taste that in there. Szechuan peppercorn has this unique ability to actually numb your mouth, which is kind of cool. And you can feel that more in the death sauce than you can in the Phantom, which is why I like the death sauce a little better.
I'm not looking for.
I think the death sauce is a little is the least spicy compared to the Phantom, but I've tested this on my coworkers and they believe that the death sauce is the hottest, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be the hottest, but I don't think that's how it turned out. We'll have to see.
But we're going to be trying the Phantom first.
We're going to be trying the Phantom first. This is the one that was the reconstituted pepper pulp in white vinegar. And
Yeah, they're going to be... Don't do that. They're going to be eating it on chip crumbs, and I have a spoon.
on chip crumbs.
There's no use trying to be quiet with it. It's going to be loud.
I'm not
You
trying.
should have got a bowl.
Yeah, y'all should have put it in the bowl.
Shut up.
We've been okay.
Yeah, and just not spoiler, but the reason we didn't try the normal table sauces on the podcast is because none of them are really like incredibly spicy or anything.
No.
So like it wouldn't have made for good reactions, and like I think there was probably one that maybe had a solid reaction, but it wouldn't have been 45 minutes.
Now, you're going to want to get a big droplet on there and make sure it makes direct
Look out.
contact with your tongue.
You do it.
Okay, no, we all got to try it at the same time.
Ah, fuck you.
We all got to try it at the same time.
We do have milk, cream cheese, and...
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Pour the sauce.
Try not to get it on your lips.
Just, go.
Eat it.
Try
but
not to get it on
Oh.
your skin.
But don't get it on your lips.
Jesus.
I thought you had the.
I
bottles
think
that
that's
were just-
enough.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Okay.
Now, I usually have to do 2 shots.
Don't get too much, Winslow.
I usually have to do 2 shots of this before I actually get the
You
feeling.
got a lot.
But as soon as you get 2 shots of this hot sauce in you, it feels like bees stinging your tongue.
Oh,
You got a lot,
You've already
Winslow.
said that, but
I feel like I got a lot too.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
no.
All right, let's go.
That's good. I really like that.
Nothing's happening yet. I'm scared.
It's
We all float here, Georgie.
Nothing's happening.
that's not as hot as I expected.
Oh wait. Oh,
It's getting a little bit hotter.
Yeah. It's starting to build.
At, like,
I was
as-
building.
Go for the second shot.
Why would I do that?
Because it's part of this hot sauce.
I'll do it.
Why don't you just call it 2-shot then? 2-shot hot sauce.
Well, because I didn't know it was 2-shot until I renamed it.
I mean, you could. It's
You
not
can
like
rename
it's
it.
trademark. Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait.
The 2-shot definitely. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing 2-shot. My tongue is burning.
It's
The
building.
tip of my tongue is burning.
It's building. I'm.
Whew. Yeah. That's really good though. That has a much better
Oh.
flavor than I expected.
I don't like that.
The flavor is delicious.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. I think I did really well with the flavor. Thank you, me.
Yeah. Shout out to Cody. Me. But yeah. No, that was. Yeah, much better than I expected.
Shout out
That was
to
really
Neil.
good.
It's
for
gonna
a-
keep building.
Yeah.
It's literally like a little a growing tornado. Oh fuck! It's hit my tongue.
I'm glad we didn't go for that second one. I'm already hurting, but
Yeah.
This was.
I mean, it's definitely spicy. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's overly spicy though. I can definitely see because I got a little bit on my lips, and it definitely is tingling my lips a little bit. I don't know if that's so much the
shit,
heat
that's
or
hot.
more.
Winslow
of
just
the-
eating cream cheese.
or more of the peppercorn, the Szechuan peppercorn. I don't know if that's more of that or the actual heat burning it.
Okay. I think I'm
It's
gonna
good.
pop. Oh my god! It's start. Okay, I'm gonna pause for it a little bit.
It hurts.
We'll be back in 1 moment. Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
I don't know why we took that break.
Because my. I can't
Well,
do-
I mean, multiple people were screaming. I guess that's fair.
Okay. All right. We're still burning. My mouth feels like I've got fire into my tongue. We're gonna go for the death sauce. This is the more concentrated version. Someone's calling me from Iowa.
Shout out to Iowa, the whole
They're probably
state.
like, "Hey, you got some of that hot sauce?"
We heard the podcast.
We got callers.
We should have done that. No, we can't do that.
not today.
Can't legally do that. All right. This
This
one.
is the death sauce.
This one. Go
Who is
home.
she?
Go big or go home.
What?
Who is she?
Here you go. Here you go. All
For,
right,
for that
sauce
joke
coming in.
to work, Colt pointed at a picture of Winslow. It was really funny.
Winslow, it's gonna hurt. No matter what, you're gonna be in pain.
I actually, I'm not sure, but maybe the chip makes it a little worse than just
don't-
straight
There's a
lining it.
saltiness to it, but I don't know.
No, I don't need the chip. Just hand me the sauce.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Winslow forgot to put the sauce on the chip. He just had the chip.
That's enough for me.
This is enough.
Tanny, you gotta do something like this.
Okay, Hannah, here.
I gotta eat mine first.
Come on, don't be a little bitch, Colt. A little bit more. One more drop. One more drop.
How much does Cody have? I mean,
I got a hole.
I have to do more than that. Okay.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I got too much. I got too much. I got too much. I got too much.
Jesus Christ, Tanner, calm the fuck down.
Tanner, you are crazy as fuck, dude.
Do not scrape it with your lips.
I can see a peppercorn in here.
Are you ready? Hey, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, go. Oh fuck!
That one's way more garlicky.
Oh, I like that taste.
Tastes good.
It.
It hits your back of your throat.
Wait, yeah. What?
Ah!
Okay.
This one is definitely hotter than the Phantom. I agree with everybody else there. more garlicky. 'Cause I like the other one more, the Phantom more, because it tastes more fruity, even though you didn't put it.
It's a little bit more sweet, a little bit more vinegary.
Yeah, like it's a lot more. It's a lot more sweet.
It was also fermented longer. Like I did like a little ferment with it as well.
And with this, I don't know. The heat, it's more intense, but it doesn't last as long. Like that built up over time and lasted way longer than this.
Right. That's one of the things that makes it hotter for me, and that's why the double shot is important with this.
Yeah.
That one, the peppercorn comes in right behind the heat and numbs your mouth and numbs your tongue. Your tongue will feel like it's got like an extra layer of skin on it for a little bit. It's because of the numbingness of the peppercorn itself.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine.
And that's what I kind of wanted to simulate. I want to simulate like death with it. It hurts, it stings, and then no more.
And then you're not conscious. Yeah, that one is definitely more hot.
I like the taste of them.
They're I think the flavor profile is great. Go Cody.
Yeah. No, for your first attempt at making hot sauce, like
I'm glad your
Eat the whole
grandfather
thing
liked
then,
them too.
I guess.
yeah, bring me the.
I need that
over
cheese,
here.
bitch. We also have cream. We also have.
It's mine.
Yeah, I just don't want my
I'm taking
mouth to
this.
burn.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
you're
good.
Oh, my mouth is not burned that much.
Yeah.
There you go. But no, for first attempt hot sauces, those were really good.
Okay. Well,
They were really good. That one, though, hot. Who knew a sauce? There was still fucking hot sauce on the spoon.
You just licked it?
Yeah.
He's still going?
No, that was cream cheese on the back. Okay. Yeah, good hot sauces.
glad you liked them. I gave Tanner a bottle of the Phantom.
Yeah.
Had a lot left over from that. Who knows? Might do some more in the future.
What was y'all's? I'm curious. What did y'all like more, or what did all three? Because I like the Phantom more. I like the flavor of it more.
What was that one we just had?
Death.
Death? I like Death.
Fam.
What do you like more?
Or
are you just impartial? You're like they're both my babies.
they're both my children.
No, those were real. I'm because I was a little skeptical when you told me that you mix the Reaper with the Ghost. I was like, I don't know how that's going to taste. I thought you were going to make a Reaper and a Ghost version of hot sauce.
Tanner straight up said it's gonna taste like shit.
No, I didn't say. I didn't think that because I think Carolina Reapers and Ghost peppers have really good taste, but I didn't expect them to work so well together, and those work surprisingly well together. Because like I feel like if you're taking the third hottest pepper and the hottest pepper and mix them together, you're just gonna have a. I don't think it's unfair to say you would think it would be just a
Clusterfuck.
a hot pile of garbage, but it's not. It actually worked really well together.
The ghost. When you look at peppers and you smell them, you can. I love the smell of habanero. I think habanero is the best smelling pepper. Mm-hmm. The ghost smelled really good. Ow.
Yeah, those hot peppers are really aromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they have great smells, great flavors. They're just hotter than hell.
But what you taste the most of is the ghost. The ghost has the most powerful flavor, more powerful than the Carolina Reapers, from my understanding.
Why does Cody look like he better cry?
Because it's hurting my tongue.
Because I poured some in my eye.
Does your tongue not feel like you've got like ants stinging it
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's the first sauce that did that to me.
Yeah, that was the first sauce. That's why I think I like the second sauce more, just because, like, even though it was still hot. Sorry. Even though it was still hot, it just tasted really good.
Yeah, like the first sauce, like that's a legitimate great sauce. I think it would be fun if we bought those to trios and let people try.
Hey, go for it. Let's do
I
it.
think those would be.
I might not have any death sauce left,
Yeah.
but I definitely will have some
Phantom
left.
Yeah, and I again.
Family Force 5. Don't know why that came out.
Ugly people, put your hands down.
The other interesting thing is because they are natural hot sauce. I don't have any coagulants. I don't have anything that thickens the sauce up a little bit. So you do have particulates of the pepper kind of floating around because I did it only through a mesh strainer.
Yeah.
So each bite, I make sure to shake it up as well as I can. So, but each bite typically may have something that's hotter in it than the others.
Which I think that's common in most homemade hot sauces.
Yeah, I think it is common in homemade hot sauces. I just wish that I could somehow
Distribute it.
Yeah, either distribute it within the sauce and make it stay in the sauce, or because your Tabasco sauce, your other hot sauces on this list that we have. Fun fact: we're doing a hot sauce taste test today. They don't settle to the bottom, and that's what in homemade sauce, and maybe because I didn't filter it out correctly, but there's still chunks in those sauces. Anyways, let's get into it.
Okay, so I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me. So me, Colt, and Wenzel currently we tried 10 common table hot sauces,
And Cody.
and well, yeah,
Cody doesn't count.
No, I was saying me, Colt, and Wenzel don't know the results. Cody knows the results. Me, Colt, and Wenzel don't know the results. We just know what we ranked everything, but we don't know like what order our own things are. Cody, what were those 10 hot sauces we tried?
Okay, so we tried, and this is in alphabetical order. We tried Cholula, Crystals, El Yucateco is the green habanero kind, Frank's, Louisiana, Sriracha, Tabasco, Tapatio, Texas Pete, Valentina. And all of these hot sauces, they were not variants. They weren't like the extra hot. They weren't. They were straight up their bread and butter. This is our hot sauce.
Here it is.
Base.
Yeah.
Basically.
So like for Tabasco, it's not like the extra smoky or the chipotle kind. It's just straight up Tabasco hot sauce. And we used 3 factors to determine what's the best, similar to the French fry, but a little more downgraded. We did taste, flavor, whatever. So we decided to taste all of these scale of 1 to 10, or 0.5 to 10. Taste, we did something I came up with called heat enjoyment level, or HEL for short, which is like how did the heat and taste balanced each other, how well they worked together within the sauce, and we did viscosity, how thick this, or how much the thickness of the sauce helped the sauce. Like, if was it too runny for us? Was it too thick for us? Was it just right? And then we also rated the heat, which isn't going into our final rankings of how good the hot sauces are. Cody is still freaking out.
No, I somehow got some on my eyelid.
That's why he's crying.
God damn.
What if he just took it like?
I'm ready.
You can't see, but Wenzel just rubbed hot sauce on his eye.
Because the best audio content is video.
Hey, Tanner, entertain him while I go wash my hands.
No, but what? Okay, good.
Pickle?
We went to the heat.
Entertainment.
Thank you. We went to the heat test, which is
Cody's gone. We can talk about whatever we want now.
We talk about whatever. But the heat level isn't going into our final rankings of the hot sauce. It has nothing to do. It's just we wanted to see which one. I love how Cody thinks that running water is not going to be able to be heard on the podcast. Could go wash up in the bathroom like a normal person. But so we pretty much have top 10 heat and top 10. This is the best one. So if you're looking for heat, we got the top 10 list for you. If you're looking for which sauce is best flavor-wise, heat enjoyment-wise, thickness-wise, all together as a good thing, that's what we're doing.
You could join us.
Oh, Cody, you grab a headset, bud.
Hey! We're doing the hot sauce taste test? Is this true?
Oh, the special guest, Cody.
Hello!
I don't know why he's doing a different voice.
Hello!
Oh, hello! Throw back to earlier.
You're going to love the way you look.
I still don't get it. So, do we want to do overall first or do heat first? I think we should do heat first.
I think we should do heat first. Now, do we want to go for this from 10 to 1? Or...
Yeah, 10 to 1.
So there is a tiebreaker. There's a tie in here, which we're not going to break this tie.
Yeah.
It's going to sit at that number. So starting with number 9, the least hot, is going to be Cholula. Of course.
Wait, didn't we try 10 sauces?
We did, but I said one's going to stay, at one of the spots, they're tied.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, how did that work?
2 in one
Yeah,
spot.
I get you.
So at number 9, you have Cholula. Well, that had a score of 1. That means it was the least.
Yeah.
The heat level was real low.
If you're looking for a hot sauce,
and
for hot.
Again, these could be. This is a bat. We all bought these at a Walmart. $20. So we could have different batches. You could get a batch of Cholula that's burning hot.
Yeah.
But it wasn't hot for us. The second least hot was Valentina with a 1.6.
That makes sense.
Number 7 was Sriracha at a 3.3. Wasn't that hot? I remember it being hotter for some reason. Not in the test, but hotter in the past.
Yeah, I did too. I feel like and again, it could just be the batch we got, or maybe it's because the Sriracha I eat now is the kind that's mixed with Tabasco,
Right.
so it has more of a heat to it.
Right.
So maybe I was just, because I was expecting something hotter with Sriracha.
Number 6 was Frank's hot sauce.
Okay.
And that had a 4.3 out of 10 on the heat level. We had Tapatio, which had a 4.4 at number 5. And number 4, we had, here's our tie, with Crystals and Texas Pete, both with a 4.5 on the heat scale. So there, I mean, you got to understand is that we're not eating really hot sauces, so we're not going to be like, wow, that's a 10, that's a 10.
Yeah.
So I would say 4.5 is definitely the middle ground. It makes sense that we would have 2 hot sauces there, or have a lot of hot sauces, but then like the 4.5, 4.4, 4.3.
Yeah.
Because that's right at the mid-range for our kind of scale. That's kind of the sweet spot for hot sauce, I think, in the hot scale. And that'll come in later, too. Tabasco sauce came in number 3 with a 6.4.
Damn, that jump from that tie to...
Yeah. This was where we picked up on the heat. Louisiana had a 6.9. So it was warm. It was pretty warm.
Yeah.
And number 1 was, of course, El Yucateco Green Habanero hot sauce, which was the hottest sauce we tasted outside of the death sauce.
What was the score for that?
That was a 7.5.
Okay.
So that was probably the higher end. So this scale I would say is accurate. I think if I were to go back and kind of mess with the day a little bit, I think I would shift it a little bit. I think that Cholula would stay at 1, but I think El Yucateco would probably be a 10, like on our scale comparatively.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you're ranking
These hot sauces.
Yeah, these hot sauces.
That would be the hottest.
That would be I think that would be the hottest. I can't really think of a regular branded hot sauce that you can just find in a Walmart that's much hotter than that. There probably are some, but they're not near as they're not table sauces.
I will say, I was looking at the sites. They had these specialty like triple X. Now that's the crazy thing. El Yucateco has a triple X hot sauce that's hotter, but it's also, I think that you sacrifice flavor at a certain point because I had the triple X before and it wasn't that great. But I think that one of the hottest sauces that you can get at a store, but also the best hot sauce to get up for like a sweet barbecue-y type hot sauce would be tiger sauce. It's real hot. And you can actually buy it in stores. Outside of that, I can't really think
serious, Tanner?
any hot sauces that are like table base level hot sauce. I think tiger sauce is the only one that's truly base level hot. But outside of that, I don't know. And a tiger sauce would have been on here, but kind of want to keep it at 10, not shift it to 11.
Yeah, shift it to 11. And again, like
these were the most popular.
Yeah, these are by probably the 10 most popular hot sauce brands. People will argue with Sriracha, like Sriracha's not hot sauce, but yeah, it is.
It is in it's a table sauce. You see it at restaurants.
Westerners has made it a hot sauce. It originally wasn't a hot sauce, now it's everywhere. And if I could get it at McDonald's, it's a hot sauce.
And that's the other thing. When we go into this next list, flavor-wise, you have to realize is that if we are comparing Mexican style hot sauces or Spanish style hot sauces to something like Tabasco, which is more American in its hot sauce, or Southern American in its hot sauce palette.
Well, yeah,
they're two different hot sauce flavors. So Sriracha, adding it in there just because it's an Asian flavor or has sort of more Asian flavors to it does not make it any less. It would, because it's also a hot sauce. It's used in the same context of hot sauce, maybe not in the same foods, but you also wouldn't use like typical people wouldn't use Tabasco on their tamales.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah,
I mean, I completely agree with that list. I was gonna say what you said about Sriracha. I agree to an extent because, well, I mean, I agree fully with what you said because out of all the sauces we tasted today, there were several that we tasted, and I think that will be reflected in the rankings. That we were like, these taste very similar. Like, it's no secret that Frank's and Crystal's taste pretty similarly.
Right.
Similarly.
Simmer.
And you got to understand what we grew up with too.
Yeah, and like here you eat Crystals and Red Hot and Texas Pete in Louisiana. I would say those are the 4 common ones for Southerners. And and so we didn't see Sriracha in the stores till what, 2010 here or 11. It wasn't super popular.
It went from being like cheap on the shelf type, like, oh, that's Asian, let's not touch that.
Yeah,
which that's how people saw it.
Yeah,
maybe 3 or 4 bottles on the shelf that specific people wanted to. Now you got a whole section for it.
Yeah, like if you walk into like our Target, they have a
there
whole...
was like 4 different sizes of Sriracha at that
It
Walmart.
was, and they were on different shelves too.
Yeah, that's wild.
It was weird.
But it's crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one. Have you guys ever seen another brand of Sriracha?
No.
Besides,
Yes.
I have never seen
Well,
another brand of
Hoi
sriracha.
Fong, yes, but there's also off-brands as well that try to imitate. I know Aldi has an off-brand sriracha, which I mean it tastes just like sriracha. And also you should also take into account with all these flavors that there's different peppers. Every pepper is different flavor-wise.
Well, yeah.
And people say all hot sauces are similar. Use the spices you use.
Absolutely. I mean, a jalapeno grown in Alabama is different than a jalapeno grown in Georgia.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, if you've been growing them for like, so say at like my grandfather's house, like the peppers he grows there are probably different than peppers somebody
That's
grow
just
in North Alabama.
That's just variance in like soil and stuff like that. But for the most part, like the flavor profile itself is kind of typically similar.
Well, yeah.
But there is some nuance there as well. But what's interesting is that a lot of the southern hot sauces, they use a lot of cayenne pepper. Mexican hot sauces, they use a lot of, I don't even know what they use honestly, but they also add in there in typical like Mexican spices and things like that.
Yeah. And it's funny because if you read the ingredients for all these hot sauces, they're all the same. They're all vinegar, various peppers, salt,
and spices.
and and spices.
The other thing is, and of course there's different spices in the southern hot sauces as well, but then you have also sriracha, which I'm not feeling too good right now.
I'm not either. My stomach feels weird.
I was laughing because I thought it was so funny.
Well, I don't feel good right now. I just realized that.
Say you're funny. Say you're funny.
You know what? Wenzel has a funny to say. Let's let Wenzel say it's funny.
Cody just shit
I don't
himself.
give a fuck.
Whenever he said not Latino Mexicans, I was like, that's right, libtards. We're not PC on here.
Jesus Christ.
Alexis, buy Harry Balls.
Jesus Christ.
Alexis,
You know, I was like, man, they're not talking a lot. I'm really glad you guys did.
I just know earlier, my phone was open and showed a picture of guinea pigs with dinosaur
that
costumes.
was guinea pigs. Some dinosaurs. I was like, wait, why is Wenzel's phone still on? And there was just guinea pigs on it.
I hate this.
Fuck.
That's adorable.
Did y'all see, just a random offset, did y'all see the woman in Arkansas that took government funds and it spent like $200,000, but in the $200,000 she bought her pug like a full-on suit?
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's good shit.
She spent $200,000. It was like Arkansas football tickets, like a car, and her pug a tux, and $200,000, and it's $200,000. Oh, it's some jewelry. $200,000.
Cole, are you dying?
Maybe.
I feel like shit right now.
This is what sauce does to us.
I mean, like every food taste test we do, we end up feeling real sick.
I remember we said after the French fry one, we were like, I'm not eating French fries ever again.
Next day,
We were like, I ate a whole bag of Orida or whatever they're called.
Okay, so and sriracha is made from red jalapenos. I don't know. They're a different kind of breed than our green jalapenos. They're not just like super ripe. These come out red and they're called red jalapenos, and they're not incredibly hot, but in large quantities. Yeah.
Well, in the grand scale of peppers, like people, when you say jalapeno, they're like, oh, that's spicy. But in the grand scale of peppers, jalapenos aren't that spicy.
I think that one of the big things about jalapenos and why they are so spicy is because they're a lot of pepper. Like they are you get because like on like cow horns you can get a small bite, you can get big bites, but they're very thin. With jalapenos, you get thick walls, generally the same consistency.
And I'd say that's the hottest pepper people eat plain. If that makes sense. Like, people aren't cutting up habaneros and be like, this is good. But people will cut up jalapenos and put that on stuff.
And I think, I don't know. Jalapenos are delicious. I think jalapenos are my least favorite flavor-wise. I think they kind of have like a perfumey type flavor to them.
I can see that.
Habanero has a more floral taste to them or smell to them. And you can. I love the flavor of habanero. I love the smell of habaneros too. Yeah. Like I wish that I looked up habanero like perfume the other day, or not perfume. What was it? cologne.
Cologne.
Yeah, and
You know you'd be spraying
minute.
pepper on you,
And I
right?
thought about that.
Cody just made pepper spray.
It wouldn't be for like me to wear. It'd be like for me to just sniff. I don't know.
Excuse me?
Why don't you?
What if he
I feel like there's easier ways to do that and be like, I need to buy some Habanero cologne.
what if he sprayed it around his neck and immediately after you see him, his neck is like red?
I've been itchy all day and I can't understand why.
Um,
Because I sprayed Habanero all over myself.
because like I was thinking, well, maybe when someone that has the love for hot smell and stuff. But anyways,
I love the smell.
I don't
of
think
hot.
Cody was thinking.
so should we go ahead and get into the rankings?
Yeah, let's get into these rankings.
All right, because we're 30 minutes in this podcast. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Hell yes.
This has flown by.
Uh,
What a hoot. Happy 21st birthday.
so there
H.
is a tie here too, so we're gonna have to break that tie.
Yeah, we will.
We will be
break
breaking
that
this
tag.
tie. So this is the top 10 hot sauces, AYCH.
Official.
No going back. So starting with number 10, Tabasco.
Agreed. Tabasco tastes
agreed.
like absolute
Ass.
boots.
I was definitely the high vote on Tabasco. I see where everybody else was coming from, but God, I have such again like Tabasco. Like when I was a kid, like every time we had Tabasco in the house, just because it came in the box, I'm like, oh, we got the fancy hot sauce because it came in a box.
And the bottle's nice. I like the way the
I mean,
bottle looks.
By the way, we should. I think if we ever do revisit this, I think we should take a look at the bottles and the bottle design as well.
Yeah.
Especially if we go into like the other ones, I think that we should maybe not put it into the ranking of the top 10, like flavor wise, but definitely have a comment on that.
Yeah,
because the bottle shapes of I love looking. I love hot sauce
I
bottles.
mean,
Awesome.
we're gonna have a picture on our Instagram and maybe our Twitter. I don't know, but it's very aesthetically pleasing. You're like, oh, these bottles are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out whenever I post that to Instagram, which I probably will on. This should be up whenever this goes up. Take a look at the bottles. Tell us what your favorite bottle is.
Yeah.
Let
All
us
of them are glass
let us
except for
know.
Sriracha.
Let's go get a ball right now and put it up to the mic.
Slam it. Let's see
Anything
which
to
bottle
say?
will break the last. Last. All right. So Tabasco is just. I'm kind of sad it finished at 10, but yeah,
Just
I
to
get
give
it.
you some overview, Tanner gave it the highest scores. Everyone else flavor wise I gave it a 1 for a flavor. That's 1 out of 10, 1 being bad. Colt gave it a 0.5, which I did allow. Tanner gave it an 8.5, and Wendell gave it a 0.5. Now I want to know. I know Tanner likes it. It's more of a nostalgic factor, kind of like that. But what did it taste like to Wenzel and Colt?
It tastes like ass. Like what you said, like a box full of grandma's shit.
A relatable flavor for everyone.
I felt like I was eating a batch of hot sauce mixed with a Confederate
Like
boot for
something
some
that-
reason.
something that's
a
aged-
Confederate boot. It's got to be Confederate boot.
Something that's aged poorly.
You could definitely taste there is an age to it, almost like a. It's all I don't know. You could taste the barrel,
I hope.
and it's kind of
Yeah,
musty.
I can. Yeah, it's Tabasco is definitely the most whiskey hot sauce we had. If that makes any sense, because you could definitely taste I can taste the barrel.
And
this
the thing
was
is,
in. I like that.
The thing
so.
is, though, is that it's also very vinegary. It's very runny, and it's really hot too. It was again. Let's go back to the heat scale. Tabasco was number 3 on the hottest hot sauces we looked at today. So you're getting
It was hot and it tasted bad.
You're getting like musky flavor, not that much. You're getting musky flavor, a weird thin consistency that doesn't really. It kind of soaks into whatever you're, and it's not on. It soaks into, and then you get like, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
And so Tabasco, while it is an American classic, I agree. I think that it should stay on the store shelves because I think that every child.
We are calling for the removal of Tabasco hot sauce right now.
But I do think that it deserves the number 10 spot, especially with these other hot sauces that are much better, much more flavorful.
Oh, definitely.
Well, I will say, and it's probably number 9 or number 8, but there was one hot sauce that I think we all universally agreed. We were like, this isn't really good.
Yeah.
One of the people from the Tabasco plant, they listen to this and they all just immediately start crying.
Well, one of the teachers at the high school married into that family.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, roll tide.
Yeah, she retired because she married into the Tabasco family
Dang.
fortune.
Good
That's
for
a true
her.
story.
Huh.
Yeah, that happened when I was a junior or senior.
Now I got boot water.
Boot water for days.
We're going to be selling it. Lots of money for this.
Obviously, when you marry into the Tabasco family, you become a rich white person from like the 40s.
I just imagine what if they everything they ate or drank, they put the Tabasco hot sauce.
No, I've seen videos of like the Tabasco plant, like people touring it, they have Tabasco ice cream. They have every Tabasco flavor imaginable for sale in their little store.
That's so disgusting.
Okay.
It's really not a great sauce. Anyways, so let's go to number 9, Louisiana.
I'm a little sad Louisiana finished that bad.
Tanner
Yeah.
likes the worst sauces.
Louisiana was good.
It reflects your Twitter.
Oh!
Wenzel, how many followers you have? 109?
How do you know that?
100 because I check every day. Wenzel,
Hourly?
Guess who hit 1,800 this week? My dude.
You're at $17.99.
Because you unfollowed.
I'm
Probably. Did you unfollow me?
I never.
I never followed you to begin with.
I'm so angry.
So Louisiana came in at number 9 in this hot sauce.
Hey Cody, look into the mic, please.
Sorry.
Speaking to the mic.
I don't have my laptop right in front of me. So Louisiana came in at number 9, and I think it's important to take a look at some of these stats, especially with flavor. I think that's important.
I think
here.
flavor is probably the most important factor here for all these hot sauces.
Yeah, there is, and if there's, I'm looking at like the numbers and seeing if there's any like significant discrepancies, and taking a look at those as well, especially or high numbers.
Yeah,
I think that we can look at those, but I think the flavor is important here. And so I'll start with the flavor. So I put it as a 4, Colt put it as a 3, Tanner a 7,
woo,
and Wenzel put it as a 3. And this was Louisiana. So these are 2 hot sauces now at the very bottom that Tanner likes.
And those were
And I'm
like
guessing
the hottest
it's nostalgia.
Too.
Well, yeah, I mean it's because like I just have. Because I don't really eat these hot sauces anymore. Like, I don't want to brag, but my grandfather makes hot sauce, and I usually eat his hot sauce. I think it's better than everything.
He's bragging.
I think
his hot sauce is really good.
I think it's better than everything we tried today, personally. And like that's the hot sauce I eat now. But like Louisiana and Tabasco and some flavors we'll learn about in a little bit. I think those just have like the notes of nostalgia. Like I have. Especially Louisiana, because that's the kind that in Texas Pete is the kind I always put on like a bag of pork skin. So I'm like, let's go look for deer when I was a little redneck kid, and just put it in the bag of pork skins or get some chicken tenders and pooped it on there.
You country motherfucker.
I think we should take. So I forgot to mention the numbers, like the averages of Tabasco. Tabasco averaged out at a 3.3
For flavor?
for everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I did was I took the flavor, heat enjoyment level, and viscosity. I averaged those all together to produce a single number, and that single number is the score that we're going on that that helps with ranking.
Tabasco is 3.3. I will say that's probably heavily skewed because of my high scores. Like I will say, if I was like,
if you were in
even
the same
a little
boat,
bit, if I was in the same boat, being like, this is bad,
this
it
would
would have been.
This would have been like
in the
least.
ones.
It, what again with the going back to Tabasco again. No, yeah. If it wasn't for you, this shit. Well, it probably wouldn't have been. It probably would have been in the high 2s at the very least, because we did enjoy the heat level with Tabasco, which I think that's kind of interesting. That it was real shitty, real hot, but we were okay with that.
I mean, I would.
Here's the jump. Louisiana, it was a jump by 1.3. It was 4.6.
Wow. I was about to say, I wonder if you did this math right. No.
4.6.
That actually surprised. Because if number 9 is 4.6, I'm wondering how high like the top ones are. I mean, I don't spoil it.
Again,
because I would say a 5 is a middling hot sauce here, obviously. So for number 9 to be 4.6, I think is.
I will say that
good.
most of these, I will get to it, and we'll talk about it at the end.
Okay.
So going on to number 8 spot was Cholula, the little wood top bottle with the lady.
That
on
was definitely my least favorite hot sauce we ate today.
Best looking bottle though.
it was a beautiful bottle, and the wood top just adds to that authenticity to it.
And the
of it.
price. It's probably the most expensive hot sauce you got.
It was. It was the most expensive hot sauce, and it's all because of that fucking wood top.
Wood top, yep.
I believe it was the most expensive. I'll have to look at the receipt. But Cholula was not.
It didn't really have any spice at all.
It was 4.9. Our heat scale. It was the last on the heat scale. No, it wasn't. Was it? Yes, it was number 9 on the heat scale. So it wasn't very hot. That was an issue. But the flavor, it was very middling. Tanner didn't like it at all. It was very average for Colt and Wenzel and I. Now the viscosity of it, we all liked.
Yeah.
We got 8s and 7s and 8s, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And again, this is something that I think that a hot sauce, and again, we are eating all these hot sauces on corn chips.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're into, like I used to eat Cholula on refried beans, and I thought it was delicious, and it works really well. It gives enough heat for the beans. I know people who eat it on tacos, stuff like that. So I think that depending on and again, this is one of those Mexican sauces that have that.
You taste the barrel, which I can see with Tabasco as well. I feel like I could taste the wood of that top in the hot sauce, and I hated it. Like, it was a very woody taste. Like, because, I mean, you saw, it was the first sauce we tried, and I had to, put some just straight in my mouth because I thought it was the chip. I'm like, that is bad. And then, no, it was the sauce.
There is a kind of a weird, flavor gap between, bitter and then good.
Yeah.
And, there is a goodness to it. But, yeah, Cholula was 8 at 4.9. Going on to number 7.
There's still some cheese on this spoon if anybody wants it.
What the
Wait, so
fuck?
if you have nothing to contribute, you didn't leave.
Going on to number 7, we had Valentina at number 7.
Yeah.
So
Weigh in, Colt.
I don't like it. It tasted bad to me.
Valentina had a 5.5. So it is on our scale I'd say directly in the center, but it's the most centered. Well, no, I guess Cholula will be the most centered because it's 4.9. That was
On a rating scale, I mean, technically speaking, our most centered would be our number 6.
yeah on
Right.
the rating scale it was So Valentina with number 7. Again, one of those really strong Mexican spiced sauces.
Yeah, it was funny because I was like, this tastes really similar to the
Cholula.
last one, Cholula, but it didn't have the woody aftertaste, so that's probably what got it over for me.
There's also, we didn't do texture in this test, but it also has a really grainy texture
Yeah.
to it as well.
Yeah.
It's like a enchilada or I don't really know.
It's like an enchilada red sauce.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's really nothing
We're
to
gonna
write
have
home about it.
No.
Some people might like it a little better, but I definitely.
The thing is, that's the stuff we liked about a Tapatio.
Yeah, but it's not as strong.
Tapioca?
Papa.
Tapatio was not as in your face kind of. It feels like Tapatio was like, okay, let's put right amounts, and then Valentina was like, fuck it, put the whole bag of.
I
spice
don't
in there.
measure.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 6, El Yucateco.
Oh, wow. I was really expecting that to do really well. I'm
Yeah.
a little sad it didn't do.
No, I'm depressed about this one. El Yucateco is my favorite. Was my favorite.
I think it was my
believe.
favorite. As
No,
well.
it was not. It was not my favorite, but it was one of my favorites. It was my second favorite. Yeah, no, this rated really high across the board, and except for the heat enjoyment level, which is what brought it down quite a bit.
It tasted good, but it burnt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the reason there is because I don't remember everybody else, but I know for Colt, he's not the biggest fan of hot stuff, so it's kind of funny we made him do this to begin with. But so even though I think for me, I like that level of heat, and that's about the level of heat I would like with average food, I guess. Colt found to be too hot and just didn't enjoy.
It was the 4th most flavorful that we enjoyed, and I thought the flavor was really, really good with El Yucateco, but the heat is where it got with Wenzel and Colt. They both gave it 3s. I gave it a 7, and Tanner gave it 8. We really liked the viscosity. We gave it a 7 for the viscosity across the board.
What was its final score?
6.6.
Wow. Okay.
Number 6 at 6.6. Oh, we summoned the fucking devil right here on this
Oh.
podcast.
Shout out to the Carnies.
Shout out to Yucateco. 6.
Okay.
Going on to number 5. Let's go to number 5.
Let's hit it,
Let's
boys.
hit it. Let's get this. Tapatio. I did not expect this. This was a hot sauce I had never tried
That was
before.
a good sauce.
Yeah, I think this was the one I said I'd never tried before, but it was surprisingly good. Like Colt said with the Valentina, it tastes similarly. I can't say that word today. It tastes very similar to Valentina, but especially for mass-produced hot sauce, you need those at least kind of correct measurements, and it feels like it did it better than Valentina.
It did, and there was one specific flavor which I think it may be cumin, but I'm not really sure. There's one specific flavor in there that was pushed to the front.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the vessel in which the rest of the flavors kind of followed. Where Valentina was just like a fiesta in your mouth. No pun.
No pun intended, but I expected a little chuckle.
I get going up the line here, number 4. Sriracha.
Oh, thank
What?
God. I was so scared it was going to be in the top.
No.
Y'all talk about Sriracha. Cause here's my deal with Sriracha.
What's your deal with Sriracha?
No.
Tanner talks so much crap on it, and then he comes and tries it, and he says it tastes
I
really
hate
good.
it. I hate it, but I love it.
He downed like a whole bottle of it. It was crazy.
I drank a whole bottle of it, mixed it with some water, just straight mainlined it, IV injection. But it's so weird because I have such a weird relationship with Sriracha. Because, like, especially me and Cody, I know, we used to eat it all the time. Like, years ago, we would eat it on freaking everything. Like,
Yeah.
we would mix it with hummus and put it on just, like, plain chips and crackers and anything we could find. We're like, we have to put Sriracha on this. This is the only Sriracha is made. It's the universal sauce.
Papa John's.
Papa
Yeah, we
John's.
did that, yeah.
Like, I mean, everything. And I guess it was just one of those things, similar to the French fry taste test. We just ate so much of it. We're like, I don't want to eat any of this for 3 years.
And I still, to this day, have kind of like a wincing at the idea of eating it, but then I eat it, and I'm like,
Oh, wow, that's
Wow.
really good.
why didn't I eat this before?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to put it in a lot of, whenever I do, like, stir fries and things like that, I'll put a little Sriracha in there. That's my chili paste type of thing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you,
I think it does
you really
add that-
can't do that with me because I'm slightly allergic to it.
I've done it.
Wait.
I was waiting for Colt's favorite things, because I think you'll look, and Colt rated it pretty high. It's probably one of Colt's 2 highest rated sauces,
Yeah.
if I had to guess. Colt loves things he's allergic to. Colt, let's go down the list of things you're allergic to and tell me how much you like them.
Tim Tams. I love Tim Tams. There's like God. I
Allergic
love
to them.
Yeah, well, he's allergic to there's a coconut in him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's just allergic to coconut.
What about that curry you ate that one time?
curry? That was delicious.
Destroyed you, though.
Yeah,
Sriracha.
Sriracha is my favorite of all the sauces,
Yeah, no, Cole put it at a 9.
Yeah.
but I can't eat it.
What a depressing. Is it you or Jonathan that's allergic to like watermelon?
Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm slightly allergic to watermelon too.
Yeah, and bananas and a lot of fruit. I used to think that he was lying, but
What the fuck?
oh,
Have
You
ne-
think I don't want?
have
You
you-
think I don't want to eat these things?
Have you never enjoyed a good, succulent banana pudding?
I eat banana pudding, but I can't.
I mean,
I eat it, but
it's not like an allergy like, oh shit, anaphylactic shock.
No.
It's just that my throat closes up.
Okay, well, I mean, it starts to swell a little bit. He
I
gets
think
a
you're
little
over
scratchy.
exaggerating. I mean, he's
take
on
a-
the toilet for 3 days.
He takes a Benadryl and he's fine.
But most of the time when I eat, I'm not anywhere near medicine.
I remember the time Colt was eating curry. Cody texts me. He goes, "Oh shit, there's coconut in curry. Colt's allergic to coconut. Don't tell him." And I was like, "I think we need to."
I
tell
finished
him."
my plate and everything. There was nothing on it.
Colt was licking the bowl in the process of licking the bowl. And Colt, there's coconut in the curry.
And I said, I mean, I knew what I was doing. I just wanted to see if it actually did anything. for him.
Maybe he's lying. And this, you're like, oh, you do that on baby Colt to see if he's allergic. Because people do that with babies. They're like, I want to see if my kid's allergic and rub peanuts on their face. Which is legit, and that's idiotic. But Colt was like 15. Or-
I mean,
No, I was 12.
he was old.
when we went to
Third-
Sitar?
I was 12 or 13.
No.
14.
This was after PS4 came out. This would have been like 2 or 3 years ago.
I was 14.
Before Wenzel joined the group, but I think it was that same year.
I was 14.
You were not 14 2 years
20
ago. You're 18 now.
2 years ago, I didn't go to Sitar. It was like 3.
Do you have a calendar right now?
Yes.
Okay, I don't care.
Okay, it was a Saturday. Moving up the line.
What was that again? Number 5?
Number 4.
Number 4,
And that was a
Sriracha.
7.1, by the way. Colt did rank it the highest. That was Colt's highest ranking one at a 9.
God. I'm just glad we didn't get another Chick-fil-A situation with this.
Wenzel did not think it was very hot at all. Neither did Colt. And neither did Tanner. I put it at a 5. Okay, so number 3. My favorite hot sauce of all time, Texas Pete.
I mean, who doesn't love some good Texas Pete? Now that I know what number
1 and 2 are?
what number 1 and 2 are. How?
I don't
Oh
know.
God. Okay, but let's talk about Texas Pete. I think Texas Pete is the one I have the most nostalgia tied to, just because like that's the hot sauce everybody bought.
Well, not only that, but it's Texas Pete. Especially in our school systems, we had only one type of hot sauce. It was in little clear packets, and they're little clear packets of Texas Pete
with black lettering on them.
and we used them, and we would get them in our high school lunch, and you could get some, and you would use it on literally everything to make it taste better.
Yeah,
because lunch wasn't the greatest at times.
I used to just be like, I'm a badass, and straight lined it into my mouth in the pack.
Texas Pete is really good. We have a bottle at home. Very good stuff.
Yeah.
7.7.
Fair. I mean,
so. And again, this is so the top 3. This is what's interesting. This is what kind of got me, because where are we from? The South. These are all 3 Southern hot sauces. Our number 1
makes sense.
So it makes sense. So again, this is a regional variant. AYCH. We're all from the South. So
I would love to see, and I don't know what could do this, but I would love to see how like a California, if anybody from California is listening, do this.
I feel like Sriracha might win it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
I still feel
Sriracha
like
might win it.
Sriracha is. I don't want to say.
I'll be right.
Okay.
I feel like California thinks Sriracha is the hottest sauce.
Well, I don't want to say Sriracha is the newest sauce out of all of these, but I think to a Western audience, I think Sriracha is the newest.
Those Westerners.
and I still can't believe. I don't know how we're gonna choose.
I already know which one won
You
for
can
me.
taste them again if you want to.
So Texas Pete.
I don't think we're gonna do actually a number for our favorite. I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're just gonna say, like, literally say,
Just say it.
this one's number 1, this one's number 2, and we can retaste them if you want to. You can take a look at them, but I'll say this. Okay, so
I'm retasting.
again, our top 3 are all Southern hot sauces. All of them are very similar, but here's the thing: Texas Pete, literally, the number for our number 1 and number 2 spot is 7.8. Right?
Wow.
Yes.
So it was really close.
So literally the top 3 are going to be 1 point away from each other.
0.1.
So like whichever win, I'm going to go ahead and just bump it up to a 7.9.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so it's going to be 7.9, 7.8, and 7.7 for the top 3, which are
good.
all 3 Southern hot sauces.
That's incredible.
This is I really enjoy. I like looking at it from like a regional perspective as well, because these are all the hot sauce we grew up with. Here's the other good thing about this. The top 2 that we have, here's another little interesting tidbit. The top 2 that we have are delicious with buffalo and made into a buffalo.
Yeah, I would say these are the 2 sauces, if you were to make a buffalo sauce, would make the best.
And so...
Because they have such high salt. Should you just go ahead and say what they are?
Cole just spilled hot sauce all over.
Yeah, he did. Cole, just... So,
Oh, God.
our top
That's
2
awful.
is going to be Frank's Red Hot and Crystal.
Ah!
Shit.
How did you make such a big spot? Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to try not to make noise.
Here, hand me the crystal.
God
Yeah,
dang it,
they're-
man.
I mean, they're so high in salt. And I think we all even said during the taste test, wow, Red Hot and Crystals taste a lot alike.
Yeah.
We were not off base at all. Now, here's a problem that we may run into. I don't know. There's 4 of us here.
Right.
What if we go split the middle 2-2?
I already know.
Should we just base it on taste at that point? And that should be the fair tiebreaker?
That's what I'm doing. I'm basing it. I already have what's in my head right now.
Well, yeah, I'm basing it more on taste for the tiebreaker as well. But if we split a 2-2 tie, I know what I'm doing. If we split a 2-2 tie, should we just go straight up to taste? Like the taste numbers are already on here.
I think so.
Okay.
I think we'll do that. Okay. Cool. So, ready?
Yes.
So you're going to either say Crystal or Frank's.
Are we doing it at the same time?
Wait. For this, what spot is this?
The best. Number 1.
So you say you're number 1.
Okay.
Which one's number 1? Crystals or Frank's? Oh, God. I got to think about this for a second.
I know.
I know.
It's just so crazy because, like...
I know which one.
They're-
I know which one's my favorite. And I'm
Wow.
kind of going off of nostalgia here. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Crystals.
What'd you say, Tanner?
I said Crystal.
You said Crystal? I said Crystal. Crystals is our number 1.
Did you say Crystal
No,
too?
I said Frank's.
Oh, I thought Cody's the one that said Frank's. I thought you said Crystal.
I thought you both said Frank's. I was like, oh.
I thought you said Frank's. That's why I was like,
All right.
Maybe we should have just went around the table.
And
Oh man, if we would have went around the table, I would have been I could have broke the tie. I would have said Frank's just as F with us. No, but I mean,
So we're gonna went ahead and push it up. Frank's is a 7.8, and Crystal's is our number 1. Now, I have a theory of why this is so good for me.
okay.
This hot sauce is the least one that has a pepper flavor to it.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
I think that it is just pure taste of just what a hot sauce, kind of like when you think of hot sauce, you think of this flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Frank's actually has a pepper taste to it. It actually has a more pepper, like the pepper itself. I think that's the reason why. For me, nostalgic-wise, one thing we used to do to make hot sauce for our hot wings was we'd take a bottle of Crystals, take some Worcestershire sauce and some butter, melt it all together in a pan, and then use that to coat our wings.
Yeah.
And there's a restaurant in town that actually does that. It's Catfish Heaven.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, if you're ever in Tuscaloosa, the best catfish and like the best wings.
There's
and super
they
cheap.
do and it's also cheap and it's delicious.
And it's delicious.
Very good place to eat.
Yep.
But I love it. I love Crystals. I think Crystals is delicious.
I think the deciding factor for me is I don't normally add extra salt to my food. So I'm not big on salty. Like if I taste something salty, I'm like, that's gross. I think Frank's is saltier than Crystal. I think they're both still great flavor wise, but I think the final determining factor was I think Crystal is just a little less salty. And I know for some people they would want a more saltier sauce, and Frank's would win for them. Like I don't know if that's. I would like to hear, because Winslow, you were the oddball here. What made you go Frank over Crystal?
I just really like the taste. I thought the taste it tasted a lot better than Crystals. And
That's
again,
my mom you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
That's my
But you know how Cody said like that pepper. I guess I just really like the pepper taste.
Interesting. Where was Crystal and Frank's on the heat scale? 'Cause I know I based a lot of my ratings because I think we ate Crystal first. I was like,
Frank's was number 6.
mm-hmm.
Crystals and Texas Peas both were number 4. So again,
Okay, so
and I
pretty
should say number
close.
6. I should say that again, both Frank's and Crystals was a 4.5 and Frank's was a 4.3.
Okay, so
And
yeah.
that's we consider that our middle median line for this.
It makes perfect sense.
So not only are they middle of the road spicy, they're not too spicy, they're not under spicy, and they are flavor wise. I wish I would have been able to have. I wish I would have created this spreadsheet a little bit more detailed, like I did the French fry episode.
Yeah, French
I
fry
didn't.
one was a.
I
beast.
spent a solid 5 hours on the French fry.
It was a beast.
I made this one in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I probably will end up tickling with this a little. Excuse me.
Tickling?
Tinkering.
I'll end up tinkling a little bit on it.
I'm gonna piss all over this.
I hate hot sauce.
I'm gonna tinker with this a little bit, and I'm probably gonna post it, make it live for everyone to kind of see what we went through.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be as
scores.
detailed as the French fry one.
And when you think about it, it doesn't need to be though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need to go into the with French fries. I mean, there's a lot more nuance there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like with hot sauces, yes, all the hot sauces we tasted are different. Obviously, besides Crystal and Frank's, who we had just similar in every aspect. But I think it's fine for what we did. I think it worked out great. Wow, guys, we did 2 taste tests, and I like how consistent we are. Like it shows our taste. Like nobody's really mad at number 1. Like I think the most mad we were at number 6 because it didn't perform as well.
Yeah.
Because some babies thought it was too hot.
I didn't say it was hot.
Hey, you're hot. That's what you said in that
What?
voice.
Wait, what was number 6? I don't remember.
L green.
That shit was hot, bro.
I didn't say it was hot. Ooh.
I thought you were talking about
So-
Sriracha.
Speaking of this, I want to go back and I want to.
Okay.
I just got sauce on me from just touching it. What
Yeah,
the hell?
I did the same thing.
Because y'all spilled the top.
So just to let you guys know, Tabasco, Thrillist did a thing where they did 10. It wasn't the same 10 that we did. However, Tabasco came in number 10 on their list. Thrillist did a thing with dude from Hot Ones.
Sean Evans. Oh, did they
yeah.
rank just the hot one sauces?
No, they ranked Hot One sauce different, just a whole slew of them.
okay.
There is some Hot Ones in there, like the Aardvark sauce, but
Which I've heard is delicious.
and I should say that Crystals came in at number 7 on that list. Number 1 on that list was probably something that we didn't have here.
Yeah,
I
I
believe.
guess it's something we totally didn't even. It's
Actually, no. Number 1 on that list was El Yucateco. green chili.
Okay. Which
The
I think we
Habanero.
all agreed was delicious.
It was
Some
delicious.
people thought it was
Yeah.
too hot.
And again, some
Don't say some people. Just
Well,
name us.
well-
Just name us right now.
Well, I mean, Colton Winslow thought it was too hot, which is a totally fair criticism. Because I remember when I was a kid, people were like, "Well, the green sauce." Because you go to a Mexican restaurant, and it's always on the table. You go, "Well, the green sauce is the extra spicy sauce." Like,
I agree.
and my grandfather, he was always like, "Now, if get some hairs on your chest,
now back in
put
2013,
the green sauce in the salsa."
same thing from Thrillist. Kevin Alexander, one of the writers
Stop
for
talking to
Thrillist
me.
at that point in time.
Yeah.
He did a top 10 hot sauce again, and he did basically all the hot sauce. They had Valentina, they had Texas Pete, they had Tabasco, Tapatio, Louisiana, Hoi Fong chili garlic paste, which is a little different than
That's
the
not a
actual
sauce.
Sriracha.
Sriracha, but it is a sauce. It is comparatively a sauce. They had Frank's Red Hot, Crystal, Cholula, and Sriracha. Sriracha being number 1, Cholula being number 2, and Crystal being number 3.
It's like it's like fire. It's like if the fire's red, it's hot. If it's fire's green, it's extra spicy.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, you got
been
blue
looking-
flame. Blue flame made it hotter.
You've been looking at me for a minute with your fingers pointed at me like guns, ready to say something.
And once again, and again, Crystal, and I want to make this clear. Most lists that I looked at a bunch of different top 10 lists. Most of them put at Crystals at either right at or below the middle line.
Yeah.
And it's our number 1. And again, we are from the South, and a lot of these people who are writing this probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, this one from Eat This Not That, they put Tabasco as number 2.
Ew.
Ew.
I mean, I think if
I
you
don't-
look at my rankings, I probably have Tabasco at 2 or 3.
I mean, it is pretty high up there. And let's see. I'm gonna look at one more, and then I'll just call it.
Yeah, just good job, us. Like I like the thing I find cool about it is how close. Like even with the French fry taste test and now with the hot sauce taste test, not really a big blowout. I mean, our top 3 for the hot sauce were literally separated by like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Like it's insane the consistency we got here, guys.
I'm sorry. I'm going
You're
through.
welcome.
And number 1 again.
Thank you, Cole.
No
there's
problem.
This Los Angeles based company named Timeout.com. They put Sriracha as number 1, Red Hot number 2, and Cholula number 3.
Interesting.
Like I said, maybe we're crazy, but Crystal's hot sauce. It is the AYCH number 1.
Yeah, AYCH number
I'm
1.
fine
So
with this.
if you want to eat the AYCH meal,
Get Polynesian sauce.
Chick-fil-A French fries,
Now we
and
gotta
some Crystal hot sauce.
now we gotta sit around and try to figure out who gets to take these hot sauces home, because Nias isn't taking them all home. I don't have room.
I mean, we'll just split them fairly. There's 10 of them.
Yeah, but
Why don't we just pour them all in a bucket and we just...
Mix them and then drink
and then like make our own hot sauce.
This is our own hot sauce. We call this 10-peat.
Okay, I want to ask you this: who lost here? They have to drink a mix of all the hot sauces.
Lost.
What do you mean, who lost?
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck lost?
What? What was the
Well,
challenge?
I suffered the least, so I won.
What?
You know what? I think Wenzel lost.
What?
I would say Colt freaked out the most, or maybe
What?
you.
Cody freaked out the most.
Yeah, I was about
He
to
had to stop the podcast.
Yeah, Cody did stop the podcast.
Oh, you put talking from these flavors?
I'm talking about hot sauce in general.
Yeah, I was about to say like
Okay,
I
assholes.
Cody's like, guess what? Nobody won or lost. Well, so I guess time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Look at this shit, man.
Colt's response to him spilling hot sauce on
Hold
his
on,
shirt.
let me take a picture of it. I would have posted it on the Twitter. You're going to see this about 2 days before. Why are you breathing so hard? It looks like a shit stain.
It
Let me
does.
look at it. It looks like it pooped on his shirt.
Oh shit in my shirt, man.
But here's the best thing
I look
about
away
it.
for
Like
5
what he
seconds.
decided to do. That's what he licks.
Colt decided to suck his shirt.
It still tastes good, man.
It was his number 1. Thanks everybody
Ooh,
for
that tastes
listening.
good.
Next week we're gonna be on a farm. Like,
I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about.
what a funny joke, Tanner. Haha, not a joke. We're gonna be outside on a farm.
In our discussion about what podcast we're gonna do, we were like, why don't we just do a farm podcast?
Let's just do a podcast.
What are we gonna
on the
talk
farm.
about?
No idea.
Farm
It's-
shit? I don't know.
it's
Maybe
pro-
bring a goat on.
Yeah, we may bring a,
oh wait
a
a
goat.
minute. Can I hold a mic to a goat, please?
I mean, maybe we'll see.
Fuck,
when
yes.
we'll see. It's probably going to be just like a relaxing podcast. I'm like a chill
You'll
cast.
wait and
We're gonna be
see.
talking about farm stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about farm stuff, but like outdoorsy.
This week we're gonna be googling some farm stuff, so you'll get to see whatever's the latest news in farms.
Yeah, shout out. It's going to be outside, just something different. I mean, I think that's one of the things we like do really well is like we do different things. Like
Not gonna brag, but we're bragging.
No, but we do different things like we did. Like we recorded the episode of SEI, the food trip. Now we're doing a farm episode. We have other episodes planned, and I do want to say after the farm episode. Our October is going to be crazy.
It's going to be scary as fuck.
It's going to be spooky the whole month. Going to be scared you're going to poop your pants. But
What if I pooped on now?
You ate a lot of hot sauce.
Help.
All 5 episodes in October are going to be like Halloween centric, Halloween themed. It's going to be a ton of fun. So keep your ears peeled for that, I guess. And thank you for listening. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, AYCH Podcast, All You Can Hear. You can listen to us on iTunes, All You Can Hear Podcast, Google Play Music, All You Can Hear Podcast. We're on Instagram, AYCH Podcast, Twitter, AYCH Podcast. We're on Twitch.tv/All You Can Hear. Colt may stream.
I will stream soon, I promise.
Yeah, I got him a Steam link, so now he can actually sit down on his TV and play Steam games.
I just need a big ass HDMI cord.
Okay. So yeah, Colt's probably going to be streaming soon. I think I don't want to put pressure on him. We may stream some scary games in October.
I think we should.
I think we'll stream some spooky games in October. I think that will be a thing that happens. And you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
You can follow me on Twitter at ColtD88. I'm starting to use it a little bit more. I live tweeted the Sexy Mario event. It was just me
Sexy
talking.
Mario 2017.
You can follow me on Twitter at Wednesday Wokey.
You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at CODDOC11. That's 11.
Wow, Mr.
Thanks.
Fancy with
Thanks.
2 things.
With 2 numbers. I mean, if we're going based on that, I'm fancy because I have 4 numbers.
No,
I was
it's
born.
the least numbers as you have, the fancier you get.
Well, Wenzel has no numbers.
Wenzel is a bad bit.
That's why he loses. Man.
Okay, cut the podcast.
I got sauce on my shirt, man. What the fuck?
Bye.